We came out with a documentary. There's no way we can't
go back
down.
Now. Yeah,
there's
have to
no
make
way we
another
can
one.
go down.
Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun.
Yeah, they changed ownership to a private equity firm, which is confusing.
Well, I think it's just like
suspicious.
I don't know if it's. I said private equity earlier, but I don't know if it's like a legit private equity or if it's just like a bunch of billionaires, that like a group of billionaires.
Isn't that what private equity is?
I don't know.
Okay, we're off to a good start.
I don't know.
We did a lot of research for this segment of the show.
To me, that's just like an aura, you know. Do you know what a private equity is?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
It's
it's like a private equity that has a lot of people's money.
Well, like equity being like money, like.
And it's private.
And it's private,
yeah,
versus like public.
Okay,
versus being like a public fund.
Either way, they got a new owner.
I think it means you don't always know who's in there.
Okay, that might make sense. But there's some millionaires and billionaires in that group.
Oh, for sure, yeah, obviously.
Cal Ripken being one of them.
Okay.
I think, is it Cal or Billy? I don't know. We don't do research for this show.
Apparently.
One of the Ripkins.
See, and this is when like, I have a segment I've been cooking on for this show. And it requires
about 3 years of
a
work.
lot of research. And you were making fun of me, and I'm like, I just want to get it right. And now here we are. We're like, which Ripken is it?
I don't claim to be all-knowing. I just give you the news as I know it.
Which is very minimal.
One of the
which
Ripkins.
Is barely at all.
It's like your uncle coming over and telling you what he heard on.
Did you hear that?
That guy down the street told me.
Yeah, that what is it? Syria, that country in Europe. Yeah, it's like what?
You're gonna get the news, and
not even close.
You don't know if the players are the right people, but
yeah.
So one of the Ripkins are included in the group, but they own 40% of the business right now. Of the team.
The private. Oh, okay, of the team.
Yeah, so the team sold off 40% of like the team.
Okay.
The main
so not
owner.
Not a controlling stake.
No, but I mean, I think they have a say because like once the owner, who I think's last name is D'Angelo, and like his son runs the team now. Okay. Little D'Angelo runs the team.
Okay.
Big D'Angelo
owns the team.
Bought the team like originally for like $173 million. Oh
shit! Okay.
And now he sold it for like $1.7 billion.
Right. Yeah.
Which is absurd. I heard Rob Manfred say that buying a baseball team isn't a good investment.
I can't see how it would be.
What? You buy a team for $173 million and then you turn it around like 30 years later and sell it for $1.7 billion.
Yeah, but that doesn't. Okay, that's like. Let's say you bought a house for $1.73 million and then you sell it for $1 billion, whatever you just said, all those numbers.
Yeah.
But that's not putting in and taking into account all the money that you put into the team, into the house, into everything that you did.
It's not taking into account how awesome it is to own a baseball team.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm just saying, like, it's not like that's the extent of you buying money.
Okay,
you still have to put money into it.
Fair point.
Right.
Fair point.
And I can't imagine with other news that we're going to talk about today that like it's just a sure bet as far as your investment.
So either way, they sold 40% of the team now. When Big D'Angelo, as morbid as this sounds, when he passes away, they get the rest of it.
Oh.
Yeah. So like they sold the team. It's done.
Is that legal?
I guess. Yeah. Why wouldn't it be?
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Like, you ask me these things. I don't like I don't even know what a private equity is. How am I supposed to know the law?
Okay. There used to be this thing. It was basically like a lottery. It was like a retirement plan and everyone would put into it. And then the last person standing got all the money. But then the problem was it was called.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It was
it's
called,
like Hunger Games.
It was called like a Tétante or something. I'm going to look it up. I'll let you know.
This sounds
but
like
basically it was outlawed. Because what would happen is when you know that, hey, when you die, I'm going to get all this money.
Kill people.
I suddenly have an incentive to kill you.
No,
which I'm not saying a lot of people would.
I don't think.
But that was why I asked if it was even legal. Because I'm like, that's crazy.
I don't think this private equity is going to murder Big D'Angelo.
I'm not saying that.
But you never know.
I just
that would be unreal. I hope it doesn't happen.
I thought deals like that were illegal for that reason.
I don't know.
Because that's wild.
But anyways, though, that happened like within the last week. And literally, I want to say like 3 or 5 days around like.
Don't tell me he's dead.
No, he did not die. No.
Okay.
Like 5 days later, they ended up trading like a couple prospects for a Bonafied ace from Milwaukee, Corbin Burns.
Okay.
Who's won the Cy Young Award before. He's led the league in strikeouts before. And he's like for the last, I don't know, 5 years has been one of the best pitchers.
They're like, we had a good season and now we're going to make this last, is what they're trying to say.
They say, we came out with a documentary. There's no way we can
go back
down.
Now. Yeah,
there's no way we can go down. Yeah. So, I don't know. Congratulations, Birdland fans, whatever. Orioles fans.
Orioles fans.
Congratulations, because as a Ray fan, I am in the same division as you guys, and I am petrified. You guys are scary because they have a young core of dogs who won 101 games last year, and they needed starting pitching. What? Like, ooh, that's pretty good.
I know.
That's really good. How many did the Yankees win?
How many did the Rays win?
Like 81, 99.
Oh, 2 off.
That's pretty good. But no, congratulations to them. They got a young core, and they have new ownership because the old owner, he said, we have this young core. If you want to see us like keep them together and spend money on them in order to keep them, we're going to have to substantially raise prices in the stadium. And like the entire fan base was like, hell no. You're rich and have money. You can do it.
Yeah.
So where do you stand on that?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, owning a baseball team is not a safe bet because that money's got to. Well, I'm just saying that money's got to come from somewhere. I agree with the fans. Like, and this is something that we're seeing happening everywhere, right? It's like they're saying prices have to go up on stuff, and then you find out that like the CEO makes like $100 million.
Yeah.
Like,
these owners make a lot of money.
Know, like, come on.
These owners make a lot of money.
No, and I'm not the type of person to say like an owner or a CEO, someone who like has a big stake, is doing a lot of the work, is taking a lot of the risk themselves, that they shouldn't be compensated for that. They should, but like at what scale? You know what I mean?
I don't know. All I'm saying is if an owner wanted to spend money, they all have money to spend. It's just if they want to do it. Because a lot of these guys, they buy a team as an investment, and they're business people. So, you know, if it doesn't make sense, like if they're a fan, like the Mets owner, I think it's Steve Cohen. I don't know if I think Steve's his first name, but the owner, Cohen, for the Mets, he's a fan as well as a mega rich person, and he spent a lot of money on the Mets. Like a lot of money. So owners can spend money if they want. Obviously, he's one of the richest ones, but he also owns the Mets, which is like...
Well, and he's a fan. I think that's the difference. Yeah. And you see that in like an owner like Stu here with the Rays, where like the guy's very clearly doing everything he can to make this a business... Like
I don't know. I think
a business decision. I don't think he really cares so much about the fan experience, and I don't know that he's really a fan of the Rays themselves.
We'll see. But I think that's the problem with fans too, is that the fans are fans. Sometimes the owners aren't necessarily fans.
I would say this.
So
I'll reserve judgment until we see the prices, because if you're going from like $10 to $15, then okay.
Well, now they have a new owner, so you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that.
Oh, okay.
So, and the cool thing is, apparently in that owner group, you have former Orioles players.
Yeah.
Like one of the Ripkins that we don't know which one it is. If
it's the mystery Ripken.
If it's Billy or Cal. I think it's Cal. But, yeah, I don't know. I know that the Orioles were a team to beat because they won 101 games last year. And they won the division. Like, they're the team to beat in the AL East. Even with the Yankees getting Soto.
Which is so wild.
Right? Not really.
I mean,
not really.
It's a stacked division. You just don't expect them.
That is true.
That's the only reason I'm saying.
Fair point.
Yeah.
But the Orioles used to be good like in the 70s.
Well, they're about to be really good now.
Yeah, they are.
And honestly, I'm not mad for them. Good for them.
Where does this put them now that they actually have an ace? That's probably the biggest reason they lost against Texas. Now they have John Means coming back, who's another starter for them, and they have this guy who's a bona fide ace, Cy Young pitcher too, on their roster. So watch out, AL East.
Yeah, no, and like you said, happy for Birdland fans. Let's see if we can make another documentary next year.
Oh, dude, I heard they have one coming out just on this trade alone. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm all for documentaries though. Keep it going.
You don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling different. Tell me what you're drinking, we can go pour one. Tell me what you're thinking, we can have some more fun. I know that you said you don't think of me, but what you're doing now is telling